Hi guys, it's Lisa Murphy and it's time for story time out on the patio to help you get through your coronavirus vacation, also known currently as your coronacation. Today I went to my storage unit, and I got 2 boxes of old, what I would call more classic storybooks. Some of the folks that are following along said, go get some of the old classics, go get some of the old classics. And I said, okay, because I surely couldn't put it off because it's not like, I had anything else going on today. So anyway, I grabbed these 3. I'm going to read 3 in a row for you this afternoon because it's Friday and I thought we'd spice some things up. It Looked Like Spilt Milk by Charles Shaw. Sometimes it looked like spilt milk, but it wasn't spilt milk. Sometimes it looked like a rabbit, but it wasn't a rabbit. Sometimes it looked like a bird, but it wasn't a bird. And sometimes it looked like a tree, but it wasn't a tree. Sometimes it looked like an ice cream cone, but it wasn't an ice cream cone. Sometimes it looked like a flower, but it wasn't a flower. Sometimes it looked like a pig, but it wasn't a pig. Sometimes it looked like a birthday cake, but it wasn't a birthday cake. And sometimes it looked like a sheep, but it wasn't a sheep. And sometimes it looked like a great horned owl, but it wasn't a great horned owl. And sometimes it looked like a mitten or Michigan, but it wasn't a mitten or Michigan. And sometimes it looked like a squirrel, but it wasn't a squirrel. And sometimes it looked like an angel, but it wasn't an angel. And sometimes it looked like spilt milk, but it wasn't spilt milk. It was just a cloud in the sky. The end. It looked like spilt milk. Okay, what's the next one I got for you? The Grouchy Ladybug. As I was rereading this one before I read it to you, it made me wonder where my copy of The Very Hungry Caterpillar is, because that's one of my most favoriteest books in the world. And this is by the same author, Eric Carle. And if you're not familiar with him, he's pretty awesome. And if you ever make it to Nashville, actually, I think it was a traveling exhibit, but it was at the art museum. They had a whole big, an exhibit of Eric Carle. It was pretty awesome. So, The Grouchy Ladybug by Eric Carle. Let me adjust this so you can see. There we go. It was night, and some fireflies danced around the moon. At 5 o'clock in the morning, the sun came up, and a friendly ladybug flew in from the left. It saw a leaf with many aphids on it. It decided to have them for breakfast. But just then a grouchy ladybug flew in from the right. It too saw the aphids and wanted them for breakfast. "Good morning," said the friendly ladybug. "Go away," said the grouchy ladybug. "I want those aphids." "Well, we can share them," said the friendly ladybug. "No, they're mine. They're all mine," said the grouchy ladybug. "Do you want to fight me for them?" "Well, if you insist," said the friendly ladybug sweetly. So it looked the other bug straight in the eye, and the grouchy ladybug stepped back. It looked less sure of itself. "Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight," he said. "Then why don't you just go pick on somebody bigger?" said the friendly ladybug. "Well, I'm going to do that," said the grouchy ladybug. "I'll show you." And he puffed himself up, and he flew off. Now this is where it gets very small. At 6 o'clock, the grouchy ladybug met a yellow jacket. "Hey, you, want to fight?" "If you insist," said the yellow jacket, and it showed him his stinger. "Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight." So he flew away. At 7 o'clock, he saw a stag beetle. "Hey, you, want to fight?" "If you insist," said the stag beetle, opening its jaws. "Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight." So he flew off. At 8 o'clock, he came across a praying mantis. "Hey, you, want to fight?" "If you insist," said the praying mantis, reaching out with its long front legs. "Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight." So he flew away. At 9 o'clock, he came upon a sparrow. "Hey, you, want to fight?" "If you insist," said the sparrow, opening up its sharp beak. "Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight." So he flew away. At 10 o'clock, he saw a lobster. "Hey, you, want to fight?" "If you insist," said the lobster, opening its claws. "Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight." So he flew away. At 11 o'clock, he bumped into a skunk. "Hey, you, want to fight?" "If you insist," said the skunk, raising up its tail. "Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight." And so he flew away. At 12 noon, he saw a boa constrictor. "Hey, you, want to fight?" "If you insist," said the boa constrictor, "after lunch." "Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight," said the grouchy ladybug, so he flew away. At 1 o'clock, he happened upon a hyena. "Hey, you, want to fight?" "If you insist," said the hyena, opening its mouth and showing his teeth. "Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight." So he flew away. At 2 o'clock, he met a gorilla. "Hey, you, want to fight?" "If you insist," said the gorilla, beating its chest. "Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight." So he flew on. At 3 o'clock, he ran into a rhinoceros. "Hey, you, want to fight?" "If you insist," said the rhinoceros, lowering its horn. "Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight." So he flew away. At 4 o'clock, he came across an elephant. "Hey, you, want to fight?" "If you insist," said the elephant, raising its trunk and showing his tusks. "Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight." So he flew away. At 5 o'clock, he met a whale. "Hey, you," said the grouchy ladybug, "want to fight?" "If you insist." But wait a minute. The whale didn't answer at all. "You're not big enough anyway," said the grouchy ladybug, so he flew away. And at 5:15, he met the whale's flipper. "Hey, you, want to fight?" But he didn't get an answer, so he kept flying. At 5:30, he found the whale's fin. "Hey, you, want to fight?" But it didn't get an answer, so he kept flying. At 5:45, the grouchy ladybug said to the whale's tail, "Hey, you, want to fight?" And the whale's tail gave that grouchy ladybug such a slap that it flew across the sea and across the land. And at 6 o'clock, the grouchy ladybug arrived right back where it started. "Oh, here you are again," said the friendly ladybug. "You must be hungry. There are still some aphids left. You can have them for dinner." "Oh, thank you," said the wet, tired, hungry ladybug. And soon all the aphids were gone. "Thank you," said the leaf. "You're welcome," said both of the ladybugs, and they went to sleep. And the fireflies, who had been sleeping all day, came out to dance around the moon. The Grouchy Ladybug by Carle. All right, I got one more for you. Let me change gears here. This one, I know most of you, or a lot of you know this one. Owl Babies. Owl Babies by Martin Waddell. Illustrated by Patrick Benson. I realize that I'm not always good about remembering to say the illustrator, and I'm not really sure why. Owl Babies. Oh, I remember when this was a new book, as in like just recently published. Once upon a time, there were 3 baby owls, and their names were Sarah and Percy and Bill. And they lived in a hole in the trunk of a tree with their owl mother. And the hole had twigs and leaves and owl feathers in it, and it was their home. One night they woke up, and their owl mama was gone. "Where's Mama?" said Sarah. "Oh, my goodness," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. The baby owls thought. All owls think a lot. "I think she's gone hunting," said Sarah. "To get us some food," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. But their owl mama didn't come. And the baby owls came out of their house and they sat on the tree and they waited. A big branch for Sarah, a small branch for Percy, and an old piece of ivy for Bill. "She'll be back," said Sarah. "Back soon," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. It was dark in the woods, and they had to be brave, for things were moving all around them. "She'll bring us some mice and some things that are nice," said Sarah. "I suppose so," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. They sat and they thought. All owls think a lot. "I think we should all sit on my branch," said Sarah. And they did. All three of them sat together. "Suppose she got lost," said Sarah. "Or a fox got her," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. And the baby owls closed their owl eyes and they wished that their owl mama would come. And she came. Soft and silent, she swooped through the trees to Sarah and Percy and Bill. "Mommy, Mommy," they cried, and they flapped and they danced and they bounced up and down on their branch. "What's all this fuss?" said the owl mama. "You knew I'd come back." The baby owls thought, 'cause all owls think a lot. "I knew it," said Sarah. "I knew it too," said Percy. "I love my mommy," said Bill. Owl babies. So it's Friday afternoon. I hope you guys are hanging in there. Have a super fantastic weekend. And I will be back soon with more stories from the porch and some more activities to get you through your Coronacation 2020. Thanks again. I'm Lisa Murphy. Have a great day. Bye-bye.